Hi Lightworkers, this is Jo Smart from Fire Angels here for the March 2023 reading. Apologies, I didn't do a January one. I had the mega cold, the super cold, whatever anyone's calling it. It wasn't COVID, but bad. It was bad. It was bad. I was quite gross. So you didn't want to see that. So I just thought I'll just leave it a month. But I'm back here now, recovered with a new hairstyle, ready to do a reading for Lightworkers for March. And what I'm going to focus on today, and it's because it's something I need to focus on and I need a reading on, is getting unstuck. The reading I did for New Year was about just getting stuff done, not procrastinating, not waiting. If there's something out there that you want to do, go ahead and do it. And my husband and I have been doing that in terms of the move that we want to make. Houses on the market, clearing stuff out, going and viewing boats and doing our research, and I still haven't sold the house. And there's people coming in and out all the time, and got to keep it really clean and tidy. When do I do my washing? You know, all those things. And I'm beginning to find it very, very difficult. And I'm feeling stuck with it. And so I just felt like if I feel stuck, then if you're watching this, then you feel stuck too. Now, not necessarily about moving house or changing your lifestyle, but about something. So I've asked the angels and our guides and anyone who's out there helping us Lightworkers right now to come and give us some advice for getting unstuck. And the cards that I've been called to, we've gone for two card grey ones, both published by Hay House. The first one is Angel Guide. These are pretty direct and straight to the point, and sometimes that's what you need. And then the other one I've gone for is Angels and Ancestors, which is pretty one of my go-to boxes, to be honest, especially if I feel out of control of something. Because these are really grounding cards, and again they're from the human perspective, because they're again from, you know, in terms of the ancestors that are in here, they're people that have experienced what it's like to be human and go through that human experience. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from each, but I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to go to the direct ones. Let's get some direct advice, say it like it is, advice around getting unstuck. My heating's just come on full blast in the cup because we've had that fake spring where it all seemed lovely. Spring is here and now it's really cold again. Okay. Oops. Good. Right, I'll stop there then and pull the first three. Okay. So I think what we've been given here are some things that we need to let go of in order to move forward. Now, interestingly, when I was shuffling before and setting my intentions before I came on, the first card I pulled out, I noticed because it was upside down, and so I turned it back round the other way so that all my cards are facing the right way, and it's the first card I pulled. So if I drop a load of cards like I did just then while I was shuffling, obviously I'm not pulling all those cards, but that's telling me I should stop shuffling and just pull what's on the top, which I did, and it was the one that I turned back around. So obviously wanted my attention, and it is forgiveness and understanding. So this is saying to us, and I say, you know, it doesn't hold back. There are things that we are keeping hold of if we're stuck that are preventing us from moving forward. And I've been told that before, actually, and obviously I haven't listened. There are things in our past, whether they be fears, whether they be frustrations, bad energy, stuff that doesn't serve us anymore, that we're holding on to and not necessarily looking at it in the most loving and forgiving way, and therefore we are being held back. So we may have done our forgiveness rituals, we may have done all that new moon stuff, we may have done all the cutting the cords, but have we really? Did we really mean it? And that's relating to me with some stuff as well. And I say I have been told that before, that there's some stuff I need to forgive in order to move forward with my life. Because until we've closed all those negative doors, what we move into, we carry it with us. So we have to shut those doors in order to make a fresh start. And we have to do that with love, forgiveness and understanding. So that's a very direct message there. I certainly get it. I've maybe not been half-hearted, but maybe I've let things go and let them come back in, probably, is that. So, got full moon on the 5th of March. I know what I'll be doing. Okay. The other thing that we need to think about is inner child healing. Again, is there stuff from our childhood that we're bringing into our current that is preventing us from moving forward with something? Again, is that fear? Is that lack of confidence? Is that feelings of insecurity around what it is that we want to do, that we're bringing from our childhood into our current, that is again preventing us? So when we look back at what it is that we need to let go of, you'll have the more recent things in your adulthood that you can think about and you can remember. And like I say, when I saw this card, there was a few things that came straight to my mind, but this is encouraging to go back further, look back further to the little boy or girl inside of us, and what are they saying about this situation? What needs to be healed for that child in order for the adult to move forward and keep composure? I was getting in a stress yesterday. I was saying to my husband, we're just going to take it off the market. No one wants to buy it. It's fine. They don't have to have it. We'll stay here. Not my best moment. But, so this is really saying keep composure, keep calm, and trust the process. And I really do need to do that, because I've even been questioning, is it not happening because it's not the right move for me? But, the universe and the spiritual support team, if it's something that's going to make us happy, will help us do it. So, that's me being a little bit doom and gloom, and ego, being allowed in. But what I need to do is I need to breathe, and I need to get composure. So, and actually, I woke up with that. I'm not going to sing it. That song in my head the other morning. Is it by Alicia Dixon? About girls, keep your composure. I did wake up with that in my head the other morning and was like, well, that's random. So I need to listen to my own advice a little bit more, probably, don't I? And again, if you are getting other messages like that in terms of singing or songs getting stuck in your head or things that people say that resonate with how you're feeling, don't ignore it, don't pass it off, because like I found definitely in this experience, particularly as with my experience and why I'm stuck, which is putting my house on the market, I've really scaled back my spiritual practice with other people, because I don't want to book things in and then have to let people down if I've got a viewing or we accept an offer and get a moving date, because lots of things are booked all the way up through the year. So I've scaled back my business, and so it's easy then to get into human zone and not be so connected with the angelic realm, even though they're still trying to communicate with you. So when we're more composed, it's less likely that ego is going to get in, and we can spot those signs, which is one obviously that I missed, so they're bringing it back. So again, if you're, when we get feelings of stuck or being out of control or things not happening as we want them to, it's difficult, we have to remember to keep our composure so that we can still receive that communication, and still have trust and maintain that trust in terms of our manifestations and intentions. So, angels and ancestors, grounding. Set the intention that we get grounding advice to help us get unstuck. So that grounding advice, to forgive and understand, to let go of what doesn't serve us, to understand what might be holding us back from our early childhood, and to help us keep composure. So the first one we got is take charge with authority, and is about if we've got to that stuck feeling of, oh, whatever will be, that's not really the focus we need to be taking right now. Is about, if you want it, take charge of it. And so again, for me, I've been doing that in a sense, but yesterday I started to go like, I started to get into that space of, oh, well, sod it, it's not for us then. So this is actually, you know, take that charge back, take that control back, be the master of our own destinies, and do what we can to make it happen. You know, take the control of the situation back, but do it in a more positive space, having let go of all that and released all of that negative energy. And the other one is White Witch. And what I'm saying is that remember how powerful you are. Remember that, you know, whilst things may seem like they're not in your control, you know, and it is sometimes you can say, you know, I can't magic somebody to buy my house. If you're wanting to do a project and you haven't quite got the funds, you can't magic your funds there necessarily. But it's about, you know, how can we use our light? How can we get our light back to a high vibrational level in order to you know, manifest that stuff and attract it from the universe, and be really clear with the universe what we want. So it's about, you know, remember that we are from love and light, and therefore what we want and what we need we will have. We just have to trust that, and we have to be active in how we get that. But it is about kind of remembering the power that we have inside us. And I know that I've probably been a bit more low vibrational lately, because it just seems like a constant cycle of housework, and then rush to get all things done in between viewings, and then housework, and then rush to get all the laundry done in between viewings, and then housework. And it's easy to just get quite low vibrational in that. And it's about actually, no, remember that I need to keep my vibrations high. And, you know, thankfully yesterday my husband was very much like, no, get out of that space, don't be silly. Rather than us both just sit there maudling and go and then deciding to take our house onto the market, which wouldn't have been the right thing. So, you know, whatever your project is that you feel stuck in, or whatever lifestyle change or decision, or whatever you feel stuck in, remember that we are light. We give light, we also deserve some back. So something that's going to make us happy, take charge, tell the universe what it is that you want, and go get it. So manifest. I am manifesting. But the next time I do a video, I would have had an offer on my house. And my husband and I were getting ready to move. So, right, and you know, and this is really good, you know, so we've got full moon on the 5th of March. So we've got 2 weeks to really dig deep, to really do some inner searching. What is it? What is it? And how do we do it, you know, really 100% genuinely? How do we let go? How do we forgive? How do we release 100%? Not like, oh, I'll release that little bit of what happened, but I still want to hold on to this bit because I like being angry about that, or I like being able to moan about that, or I like being able to use that as an excuse. No, we've got to let it all go. All go. Close those doors so that the ones in front can open. So I hope you found that helpful. I don't know why I don't do this on myself more often, to be fair. But I say, you know, whilst that was very, very focused on how I feel at the moment, I'm a full believer in kind of there's no coincidences and complete synchronicity. So if you've watched it, if you felt drawn to watching this video, then you needed it too. So love and light, and I'll see you for April.